Heard you.
Yo. Oh man. Nah, y'all know how we just
boom shot. Yeah, boom shakalaka. Is KVN who run the city. Is T Thomas, big fan Breezy. You already know the vibery is Saturday. We in here. We in here. Shout out to my guy Barry in the building already talking shit. Already in the building talking shit. Shout out to you. Yo, I don't know if it's me or if it's you, but when you talk, you getting that chipmunk thing. I think it's me because I froze right before I started speaking. So I'm gonna leave the studio and come back because
I
I
sound
can't.
funny? I got a chipmunk voice.
Yeah, on my end. On my end. So I'm gonna leave and come back because
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to deal with that, bro.
Yo, listen, man, it's all messed up, man. Listen, shout this the Brooklyn Nets, man. Come on, man. This is the kind of season we've been having, man. It just sound like we supposed to be lions out here. And I'm saying for Nick Fan on the other side, he supposed to hear my voice and it sound like a lion, like raw. I ain't supposed to sound like no chipmunk.
Yeah,
No?
that's better. Yeah, it was on my end because that shit sound crazy.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, you know, we here another week. You feel me? Both teams are coming off of losses. But it's all good. I don't know if you want to start or if I should start.
I mean, you starting with losses, so I'll go first. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
Listen,
y'all used to those by now.
about the losses that's going on in Brooklyn, because it's a lot of losses, right? There's a lot of them. And if you ask me as a fan, it's just I'm doing so much. I was like this in front of Jock Vaughn. Stop. Get away, pushing people back. No, it's not his fault. Listen to me. It is Big Fan Breezy, and I'm trying to tell you that Jock Vaughn is a good coach through all of the losses, through all of the pain that Nets fans have to endure. I just want to say, Jock Vaughn, I can't do it no more. This relationship is one-sided. I'm looking out for you, but you're not looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
How am I looking out for you? Let me tell you how. When all of these critics, these fans that call themselves Nets fans want to come and say you're not a good coach, I say, nah, you got this whole thing twisted. Let me explain to you how he's a good coach through the losses. And I'm talking about a lot of losses. I mean, more losses than wins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn. So here I go with my soliloquies, letting them know that you should fall back when you're talking about Jock Vaughn. Fall back. But no, the defense has been the same, consistent, not been a top 10. When I said it was a top 10 or would be a top 10, we haven't reached the top 10 not once in this season. This shit hurt. So Jock Vaughn, I know a lot about losses. That's why I'm starting this episode. That's the only reason why. Not because of a good thing, because of Jock Vaughn and he, best coach in the city. This is the shit that I'll be talking. I'll be coming on this page kicking the wild dust for you, Jock Vaughn. You got me looking like you got me looking like I need to hold a half or something. I'm out here putting in work. Come on, Jock Vaughn, what's popping?
Oh, man.
You gotta do better, my guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jock Vaughn definitely got to do better. We came off a loss, a game that I feel like we should have definitely won, but you can't win them all. Coming off a 5-game win streak, Kyrie Irving had an amazing game,
I seen that.
And then it still came down to us just not being able to secure a crucial defensive rebound at the end of the game.
That's Brunson's first game back in Dallas?
I believe so. I can't remember. I didn't get to watch the whole entire game, but I did get to watch a lot of the second half. We came back from down 21 points, cut it to a 1-point game with less than a minute left.
Did y'all ever have the lead?
I can't remember. Like I didn't watch the first half. I know we was getting wound up for a large part of the game. Uh, but I don't think we had the lead in the fourth quarter. I know we cut the lead down to one with less than a minute left to go. Uh, we went on a crazy like 12-0 run in the last 2 minutes of the game, and what you call it, we we got three stops in a row on that same possession, but could not secure the defensive rebound to go and try to take the lead, and we lost. And I'm not mad, you know, I'm not mad at all. You feel me? Can't win them all. My team, as usual, showed great fight to get back in the game. Jalen Brunson did not have a particularly great shooting game. He was 8 for 20 from the field. Still had 30 points, though. Julius Randle had 30. It's just, and my motto is always when we facing a great player like Kyrie Irving, I go, Kyrie going to do what he does, right? You can't have the other guys going crazy, and especially a player like Tim Hardaway Jr., nasty work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have Tim Hardaway Jr. having 30 points. Nasty work,
6
right?
for 13 behind the arc. He was
It,
hooping.
so I and my thing too. Somebody asked on one of the Knicks pages, like, do we put OG on Kyrie? I'm like, no, that's a waste because nobody's gonna stop Kyrie from scoring when Kyrie's hot. Nobody.
Mm.
There's not a defender in the NBA that gonna put clamps on Kyrie. It's impossible, right? So it's better putting OG on the next best scorer and stop him from getting buckets. We kind of concede that Kyrie, you probably gonna go for 30 plus tonight. You're going for 30 plus. But we can't have Tim Hardaway Jr. going for 30, right? You know what I mean? But I like the way you zoomed in on the 44. So right after you do that, I need you to go. I need you to go to the Cavaliers game, right? To y'all game versus the Cavaliers and zoom in on the 45. Zoom in on 45. Zoom in. Hold on. Zoom in on 45, giving y'all 45 in Paris. You know what I mean? 45 gave y'all 45 in Paris. That's more than your best three top scorers. You had more than your best three top scorers put together. Zoom in on that. I'm just saying. But let me finish my statement. Tim Hardaway Jr. can't be going for 30. But again, I'm not mad. We're gonna get back in the win column tonight. So it is what it is. So yeah, you know, we can't win them all, man. I feel like we should have won. We didn't. No sweat off my back. On to the next one. We're gonna win tonight. Yeah, I mean, we play Memphis. We're gonna win tonight. So
Sorry for John Morant, man. He
yeah,
missed.
that sucks.
That's crazy. I think they was like 4-1 when he got back.
Yeah, they were looking like a completely different team. And you know me, I always want to face the best competition. So facing the Grizzlies with John Morant is something that I wanted. Same like I wanted Luka to play last game. I always want to play everybody at full strength.
Yeah.
Because you know I like talking shit, and I hate when people be like, "Oh, but this player didn't play." You feel me? Nah, I don't like that. So I want everybody to play, and when we wash y'all up, I could talk all the shit I wanted to say. But yeah, that is completely bad luck for John Morant, man. You know, being suspended all those games, coming back for what 5-6 games, and then having a season injury. That sucks, man. That's tough.
Yeah, man. No, seriously. I definitely, look at the aspect of what it is to be. I can't articulate that shit, bro. I don't know why that happened. To be honest, I really feel like maybe he wasn't in NBA conditioning. Maybe I'm reaching. You know what I mean? But it's just sad to see. You know what I mean? I don't know why that happened to him, and I'm sorry it did. I think he makes that team way more competitive. That kind of thing where you're gone for that long and then you get a chance to come back. I don't know if he actually misses the quota to be MVP. But if he take his team out the gutter and just hypothetically, because he's not healthy, right? And takes them to the playoffs or some significant you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs, maybe going past the first round. I mean, let's just say to the playoffs. That's MVP type shit, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I think, or even if he wasn't the MVP, he probably be like the fans MVP because him doing what he did for the Grizzlies, getting them back, and him being injured. It's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of, it's, you know, it take the fun out of the game. So,
yeah,
but
it
I
sucks.
agree. I think the Knicks do beat the Grizzlies. Shit. Our next game we play Miami. I don't know if we win that game. You know, the other day when we did our predictions, I was like, we gonna go 0-4. I was like, nah, I'm just playing. Oh my goodness, man! Like this shit is bad, bro. Oh man. Nah, I can't. Hold on. Let me address this comment since you posted it. Fluky says, y'all gotta change the name of this part. Everybody know who run the city. Now, come on, bro. Like
Mm,
that is
mm,
funny coming from someone who
mm.
actually helped. If y'all don't know, he actually, I think he was part of the reason why we named this show Who Run the City. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know who came up with the name. I can't remember. Uh,
Yeah. So okay. Case in point is for him to saying that, knowing that the head to head. I mean, it's
but
it's it's,
he
it's,
did
it's very convenient for one, and
he did
two.
do all the artwork though. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
that.
Yes, he did the artwork, but just the name of the show, right, bro? The name of the show, the name of the podcast is Who Runs the City. This is forever. This is an ongoing thing. And for now, in January, if technically that's how you feel, I'm not debating that. I'm asking, as fans, all fans, not just Fluky, all fans to realize his side and then what's really going on in a grand scheme of things, right? Currently, right? Since the podcast started, right? Now, that being said, the Knicks are on a roll like butter. I see it. You know what I mean? I won't be salty and act like I don't see it. But that being said, the head-to-head between these two teams we're discussing is the Brooklyn Nets up. If they sweep us, they can tie it, which is more interesting and more favorable for him to say if that occurs. But as of now, that is not the situation. We are up to, and yes, we will hold on to these 2 wins. This might be the last time that we have this lead. So, yes, all Nets fans, I'm asking you to hold on to the fact that we do have the head-to-head matchup versus the Knicks. They are the better team right now, and at max, they can tie it, but they cannot run the city if they don't have the head-to-head. We got that. That's all we
Bro,
got. Even if that's
bro,
all we got it.
bro. We run the city because we are better team, bro. And it's the Knicks. We got more fans. We have a better team. We make the city look good. It's like, what is there? What is there else? Like, all these things, you know, like we make the city look great, bro. Y'all make the city look bad. It's nasty work over there. It's nasty work over there. When Knicks run the city, it's okay. We can go on to other things, man. We don't have to stay here, Big Fan Breezy. We can move
What?
on to other things. We can move on to other topics. We don't have to stay here. We don't have
No,
to stay
no.
here. We
I,
could.
I mean, I didn't bring it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm addressing the comments. You feel what I'm
Wait,
saying? Like, yo, again, man, I think it's important to address the comments, especially when they running around with rhetorics and soliloquies like that. It's dangerous. You know, he might go somewhere just running around. Listen, it's bad. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. It's bad. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm fighting right now in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. You know, I take my son to the gym, and you know they only got one banner up. It's a New York Nick banner. So I said to the front desk, I want to speak to management. I said, Yo, why is only the next? Where's the Nets banner? Like, where's our representation? They like,
Yo,
oh, we ain't
hold
got
up,
it. Nah,
hold up.
I ain't feeling
So
that.
I'm gonna address this comment. You know the difference is because when we say y'all didn't win anything yet, it's because y'all never won a championship ever. Never ever have y'all ever won an NBA championship. When you Google it, there's a goose egg right next to the Nets, right next to your logo. It's a zero. It's a zero. Like it's the Nets logo, and it goes NBA championships. There's a zero. Boop. But when you Google the Knicks NBA championships, there's a two. No matter how old they are, there's still two of them. So when we say that y'all never won nothing, y'all can't run the city because y'all never brought the glory to the city. There was no ticker tape parades down Flatbush. There was none. There was no ticker tape parades down Flatbush,
Yeah,
right? Oh, you said never seen. I actually watched Game 7 on YouTube when we beat the Lakers. When Walt Clyde Frazier's had 32 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. And if they recorded steals back then, he would have had 10 steals.
shout out to P Hood.
But I watched it. I watched it. Can you Google a Nets NBA championship? Can you watch that?
We
Nah,
can
you
watch a
can't.
championship. We could watch a championship.
Do
And
they do they even have the NBA championship recorded? Have you seen it?
the ABA, I seen highlights. You know what I'm
You've
saying?
seen highlights of the ABA NBA championship. You didn't see the full game, nothing. No.
The full game of the ABA championship. No, I have not seen it.
Yeah. All right. All right. Case in point, I've seen the full game of the Knicks NBA championship. Seen it. See Walt Clyde beat Wilt Chamberlain. I seen it. But
Mhm.
whatever. I digress. But when we making this comment is because we saying your organization has never brought glory to the city. You did the ultimate glory. I get to watch my commentator on my TV hold up two rings every chance he get to the screen like this, flexing. Y'all ain't got no NBA legends that could do that. So yeah, this is what I'm saying when we say that y'all didn't win anything, so y'all can't run the city because y'all never. There's no typical tape parades down Flatbush, bro. It's never happened.
I just think that's a it's yeah in a debate it sounds like a lovely soliloquy, especially from someone who wasn't there to see it. Yeah, you can go back to the history because there is a rich history to a founding team in the city, such a founding team with no class, because if they did, they wouldn't have did to the Nets what they did to the Nets. And again, I just
Oh
want to give
boy,
y'all context to why Nets fans stand where they stand. Why Big Fan Breezy made a song called Rivals and breaks down in the bars, giving you bars about what happened with the Nets and the Knicks. And again, we would know Joe from around the corner, huh? We were NBA champion. I'm ABA champions. When the merger happened, that was merging champions. The Knicks made sure that we disassembled that roster, a championship roster. That's what they did. Now, again, that being said, these are all facts. I haven't inputted my opinion. I continue. Now, that being said, when it comes down to why Nets fans are mad, in my opinion, that's why Nets fans are mad, because they sit on this high horse about the two rings that they got. But the truth is, the Nets, and shout to Talking Nets, because this is what he said. They should thank us for being a competitive team, because when we weren't here, they was just trash and nobody cared because it was only one team in the city. Now, I've mentioned this in my soliloquy a while back, but he just said it the other day and it reminded me, my Nets fan, the Nets fan reminded me, it is true. And that's just how it goes.
it's not.
Competitively, in my opinion, a team is going to feel like they got to go to the next level, knowing it's a team playing in their city. And it is true. When you look at the history between the Nets and the Knicks, they were trash for a lot of seasons. Now they made the playoffs, I think 2 seasons in a row. You see how they tone switch. But in recent history, I'm talking the last 10 years of basketball, it wasn't all that. And if we factor in how many playoffs they made in the last 10 years, this is the reason why the Nets fans be the way they are. Case in point is, we not mad at the fact that y'all think y'all run the city because y'all winning, but we letting you know y'all wrong. Until y'all got the head-to-head matchup, I'm not giving y'all that.
Oh boy. Yeah, and you can really try to stand on that as long as you can. But what I'm telling you is going to be short-lived. I won't even have to debate this no more next season. And that's great. That's great. And that's fine with me. You feel me? Because even though I disagree with everything you just said, I won't have to debate that no more once next season start, because y'all trash.
2-1.
Y'all trash.
But since this podcast started, we 2-1. Y'all got us last season. Y'all have a better team. 2 seasons since the podcast started, we up 2 seasons to 1. So if y'all this season, if y'all do it, y'all literally would tie. Y'all would tie to being better 2 seasons out of 4, and y'all would tie the record if y'all could sweep us. I don't know if y'all do that. I don't know if
we definitely do. Y'all
I don't know
ass,
if y'all do that.
We definitely do.
You bold enough to say y'all fitting to sweep us this season?
Yeah,
I'm not letting you slide with that shit. We're not going to the next topic. Hold on,
bro. You already know. Listen. We ain't even got all right. It's a
just
bet.
out of my Brooklyn Net fan spirit, I ain't letting that shit slide.
It's a bet.
No, you're not sweeping us.
It's a bet. It's a bet. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to argue.
Just
put the money up. $5 copy. We gonna sweep y'all. Bet. I don't even want to argue why or why not.
I want my money in singles. I want my money in singles.
Yo, bro, listen. My Cash App is just fine, bro. That's all. My Cash App. As long as I hit a ping on my Cash App, everything is good, bro.
No,
but
I'm gonna hit a ping. You're not gonna hit a ping.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit a ping on my Cash. Bro, you guys are garbage, bro.
Listen, it's still something about the Brooklyn Nets that's not going to let the Knicks sweep us. We're not letting it happen. No,
bro.
We sweep y'all. Y'all don't sweep us. I told you that. We sweep y'all. Y'all don't sweep us, man.
Breezy, what in the last 3 games? Because it's the same team in the last 3 games. What in the last 3 games have you seen that make you believe that y'all could beat us? These games ain't even been close, Big Fan Breezy. They ain't even been close.
Oh, nah.
I'm winning by average. We winning by average of 20 points in the last 3 games, bro. Average of 20 points.
I'm not saying because of the last 3 games. I'm not saying y'all not sweeping us because of the last 3 games. Hell no. That is definitely not the reason why I'm saying that. No, I'm saying it because at the end of the day, you gotta have integrity. And Mikal Bridges, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You think they laughing with you because they're your friends? They laughing at you because you trash. Like they don't need you no more, bro. They got OG. Ask Knicks fans how much they want you now. Even if they do, they don't want you the same way. They don't want you the same way before OG. Before OG, they really wanted you. But now, bro. You gotta be more competitive.
I am not mad.
Shit, man.
I am not mad at Mikal Bridges at 2. I'm not mad at that. OG at the 3.
Trash.
I'm not mad at that.
No, he need a point guard.
No, we have a point guard. One of his closest friends. What are you talking about? But look, check it. The reason why I'm not mad, because it'll be a completely different role for him. He don't have to be the guy. We don't need him to score 20 plus points. We need a solid 15 points on high efficiency and hella defense, and we can live with that. Yes, that works perfectly for us. So Mikal Bridges, you don't have to take this, bro. You don't have to take Big Fan Breezy talking to you like this. You do not. You do not have to take this, bro. Come when you will be appreciated.
Listen, you know what's funny
You'll
about
be
that?
appreciated here, bro. You don't have to take this for Big Fan Breezy.
Oh man, listen, man. I'm telling you right now, it looked nice, right? You think you see T-Time and you know T-Time based off of that commercial he showed you. But been playing the way we've been playing and see how he will feel about you. And let me tell you something, Mikal Bridges. For one, you know you were wrong for wearing them orange sneakers. You not slick. Second off, I forgave you from when you first came here and you was like, oh yeah, I love to play at the Garden. We play at the Barclays. What are you talking about? Second off, third off, then after that, right after that, we played the Knicks and you lost. So don't make it seem like we owe you something like Big Fan Breeze, Big Bad, Big Fan Breezy. No, ain't none of that. I'm a good guy. I'm one of the good guys. You hear me? I don't necessarily say, oh, you're a bad player. No, I say you're the best off-ball player and you do your thing and you do need a point guard. But at the end of the day, since we don't have that, ain't no excuse on why you ain't adjust. The Brooklyn Nets was so nice to give you the opportunity to be the number one guy. You never gonna have an opportunity for any other team in the NBA and be the number one guy. And if you don't want to be that, then you can let Cam Thomas do it. Stop blocking that man shine. What is you doing? You all cool with Cam Johnson and y'all having fun and going to restaurants and after he got the contract, he don't deserve that shit. I'm saying Cam Thomas playing harder than him. Ben Simmons going to Paris for what? What kind of message are y'all sending in the locker room? Day'Ron Sharpe was one of the better players on this team. Y'all need to be paying respect to him, calling him up. Yo, Day'Ron Sharpe, how you doing? You good? I'm going to send over some DoorDash to make sure you right. They need to make sure that Day'Ron Sharpe is taken care of. He one of the best players on his team. He ain't making nowhere near what Ben Simmons is making. And Ben Simmons coming to Paris, taking photos and shit.
He
I'm
came
getting
out there.
out of here, man. I'm rooting for a team to win. I ain't rooting for y'all because of what? Like I got nothing else better to do? Listen, when it come down to the Brooklyn Nets, I'm a fan because they're a team in my city. I'm born in this city. I love this team because it's a team in my city. That's a fact. Case in point is, Ben Simmons, you ain't got no love for the city. You can go. And don't get me started about all of these players that can go. And Jock Vaughn, you ask for transparency. You ask for, oh, I want to be on a level where we could communicate with. I can say, yo, that was bad or this is good. Case in point is, that's all I'm doing with you, bro. What you thought? You think I came here to play it smooth? Nah, you gonna get this work. And for that matter, defense is what I thought you was made for. And your name on how you got it. You was around Ime Udoka. You was around Kenny Atkinson. You was around Coach Pop. What are we talking about? Who you listening to? Are you calling Coach Pop? Can you call him? I seen you the other day talking to the press, talking about, oh yeah, I could call Coach Pop. Did you tell him about the defense and what you finna do? What is you talking about? What is you talking to Coach Pop about? You call him up. Call Kenny Atkinson. You too cool to call Kenny Atkinson? You too cool to call Byron Scott? Byron Scott was one of the best defensive coaches the Nets ever had. Did you know that? Did you know he was top 10? Didn't you play for Byron Scott when you was a net player? Jock Vaughn got no love for this bullshit. Y'all want me to be cool with this shit, right? I let you stand. I let it happen. No, man. Do better.
Yo, I remember when Jack Vaughn took over. I remember this. We was on here on Who Run the City. And he was so hype about Jack Vaughn and celebrating him as a player and a coach and all these things. And the big bad guy on the other side of the screen named T-Tom was telling you that he's trash as a head coach. I was trying to warn you, say, yo, look at his record as a head coach in Orlando. Trash. And he was like, y'all still had KD and Kyrie, and y'all was winning games. And you was, again, telling me how great Jack Vaughn was. And I told you this, like I told you when Steve Nash was the head coach, that anybody can win games with KD and Kyrie on the team. That's playing the game on easy mode. It's on rookie. It's playing the game on rookie. And then after the trade, I said, oh, now we're going to see if Jack Vaughn could really coach. And what we've seen since the trade is that Jack Vaughn can't really coach. The way he's treating Cam Thomas is despicable. It is despicable. It's disgusting. It's downright nasty. The way that Cam Thomas is being treated on the Brooklyn Nets. You can't treat somebody who once gave y'all 340-point games back to back the way that he's being treated. You can't do this. And it's like, okay, I remember we made the argument that Cam Thomas is not great defensively. But what he does on the offense at this point clearly outweighs his defensive inefficiency, bro. If somebody is a walking 30 ball, you can't. What we talking about defense? Nobody on your team plays defense. Nobody.
But that's the point. Exactly.
So Jack Vaughn is a horrible coach. Like I said he was. Horrible coach. It was one point when you were trying to say that he was the best coach in the city, which was crazy. It was crazy talk coming from you, Big Fair Breezy. It's crazy talk, bro.
I was confident in my coach, man. Yo, Jack Vaughn, he left it. It's like it's like going to the mall with somebody. Like, yo, man, I'm telling you, we're gonna go there together and we're gonna come back together. The fan side of me, everything that I was supposed to do, far as being supportive as a fan, Jack Vaughn, I held you down, bro. We are 16 and 20 something.
Crazy.
It's 20 something. I just after we hit 20, I just lost count. 20 something.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Check
Come on, Jack Vaughn. We could at least be 500 if he was a good coach. That's my point. If he was a good coach, we may not have been number one seed, but we definitely could have won some of those games because of adjustments, because of substitutions, because of putting Cam Thomas as a starter instead of making him on the bench. And let me just add to that point real quick. It's not a long soliloquy.
Yeah.
When you start Cam Thomas, a lot of times you're not going to trail going into the second quarter. A lot of times the Nets lose games because they go into the second quarter trailing. We are not a good team of catching up, tying, and taking a lead. We're a good team at being up big in the first quarter or keeping it close, right? And that to the second half, and that's where we win our games. We don't win games off of miraculous comebacks. Like, no, stop putting Cam Thomas at a deficit. You put him in a game when the score, this literally put him in a game when the score is 16-4. Bro, like,
crazy.
He's the best scorer on in the game, not just on the team. Not sometimes. I don't think he's a better scorer than the other game with Donovan Mitchell. No, but he's the second best scorer in the game behind Donovan Mitchell. You at minimum put him in a game to match his points. Yo, I don't know. What's going on, man?
I'll say this, right? Jack Vaughn, what he's doing is nasty. Because let's take Coach Tommy T. The first year, the year before he became head coach of the Knicks, we are a 21 win team, under 500. Obviously, didn't make the playoffs. The very next year, we are a fourth seed team in the playoffs with pretty much the same team. We're pretty much the same team. We went from a 21 win team to a 41 win team in a season because of a coaching change. That's good coaching. Now, you got Jack Vaughn, who took a team. I don't know how many wins y'all had last season. Y'all was over 40, right?
Yeah, 45, I believe. I'll check though.
Yeah. He took a 45 win team to a team that's on pace to probably be under 40 wins. But pretty much, I mean, after the trade, y'all had a trade, but pretty much, y'all had a season with these guys, like almost a season worth of game with these guys at this point. So, yeah, y'all. No, we had Elfrid Payton was our starter, bro. Elfrid Payton was our starter that season. We did get Derrick Rose, but Alfred Payton, we were still a 500 team before Derrick Rose pulled up. But yeah, it's nasty where Derrick Vaughn is not good. Oh, I also remember you got Big Fan Breezy almost guaranteeing, almost guaranteeing. You was like this close to guarantee that y'all will not be an under 500 team this season. You was this close to guaranteeing it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I'm really surprised at Jack Vaughn, man. I am.
and the road for y'all is not getting no easier. Y'all got some tough games coming up next. Y'all next game is against the Miami Heat, who's playing really good basketball. That Jacquees kid, what's his name? Not Jacquees. They rookie over there that they got.
Oh, Hami?
Yeah, he balling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And they playing really good basketball over there. And that's y'all next game. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, man. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to practice. I hope the Brooklyn Nets are practicing right now because they're not ready for next game from what I've seen. You know what I mean? And listen, y'all know I'm the most optimistic guy when it comes down to Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? But I'm ready. I'm hoping that they practice it. Don't worry about the game. You know what I mean? The game is Monday. You know what I mean? But call Cam Thomas. Mikal Bridges, call Cam Thomas, say, yo, I apologize, bro. They told me that they giving me the green light, even though I know you deserved it, bro. Yo, listen, I feel like I came from all the way from Phoenix, and I ain't even say excuse me, you know what I mean? I ain't never even really call you and tell you, like, yo, I'm going to get the keys to the city, but I know they really yours, but because they're giving it to me and I'll just do what's necessary because it's my job. But at the end of the day, I know that, it's really for you to have and they giving it to me and I don't deserve it. So I'm going to just give these keys back to you and you lead the team, bro. I don't even like being an offensive guy like that. Can I be honest with you, Kim? Cam, can I be honest with you? You hanging with Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, when you should be hanging with Cam Thomas. You should be calling them up like, yo, listen, you busy? Let's talk.
Now you know who we can't you should not be letting off the hook. And I've been saying this for a few seasons now. Sean Marks, he's a war criminal, bro. The things that he's done to your organization is disgusting. And we've yet to mention his name. And this is his fault, bro. This is his fault. Y'all had something good. What you call the core four? That's what you was calling them?
The core four, yeah. The core four.
Y'all had something good with the core four. And he traded those guys for James Harden. And that didn't work out. He fired a great coach in Kenny Atkinson for his buddy, his pal, his friend, his chum in Steve Nash. That was horrible. Then he traded James Harden for Ben Simmons. Oh, that's even worse than at least when James Harden played a little bit, he gave you some stats. This guy don't even freaking play. More horrible. And then when he fires Steve Nash, you think he'll go get a proven coach? There were some guys available. No, he promotes another good buddy, pal, chum friend of his, Jack Vaughn, into the head coaching position, and who's somebody who's chosen, showing that he's absolute trash. His track record as a head coach, trash. But he gets the head coaching job, and now it's back to this. Sean Marks needs to be held accountable. He's a war criminal. He needs to go do time for war crimes for what he's doing to the Brooklyn Nets. It's disgusting, Big Fan Breezy. And I'm shocked that you're not holding this man accountable.
I actually do it between nets. I don't like to come here spilling our tea. You know what I mean? I don't really like doing this in front of Knicks fans. It's just that I how much can I, as a fan, I gotta vent, man. I don't really like doing this in front of Knicks fans. I'm not trying to bond with Knicks fans about how bad it is with the Nets right now. That's not what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Because I happen to know, and I'm not going to put names out there, but I happen to know that Knicks fans, they could be around a Net fan, and then it'd be two fans going in. It'd be one Nets fan and one Knicks fan. And then there'd be two Knicks fans coming out. Now, I'm not saying no names, and I'm not putting nobody out there. I'm just saying those things can happen. So I want to let Nets fans know you stay strong around these Knicks fans because they'll be there to, for lack of better words, they'll be there for you through these times. Let you know that they understand and everything like that. And before you know it, you be like, where did this hat come from? Why do I have a Knick hat on? And you a Knick fan out of nowhere. Don't let it happen to you. I want you to know to stay true as a fan. Times will change. Sam Cooke voice.
Listen, bro. You can hope for change, and you can hope change gonna come. Because that's the title of the song. Change gonna come. You can hope, but as Sean Marks as your GM, you in trouble, buddy. You in trouble, buddy. As Sean Marks as your GM, in trouble. He got to get fired. He got to get fired. I don't even know how he still has a job right now. He got to get fired. But
Yo, this is Joe Tsai's first GM.
man.
Again, you got to realize this is the fickle, and I won't say delicate because now it's becoming fickle. Because good business is good business, and bad business is bad business. Let's call it what it is, right?
Yeah. But on the other,
I just want to say this. I think it's fickle because part of the reason why Sean Marks is still the GM is because Joe Tsai don't want to give up on his first GM. This is Joe Tsai's first team, first time being a team owner. The first GM he hired was Sean Marks, and I think he's just going through the ups and downs with him. If we were to look on record, T-Time, you could how long does the first time someone owns a team give opportunities to that first GM? Most times a lot. You really gotta F up for you to really lose that job. You know what I'm saying?
He's been really
enough, but he got some F's. You know what I'm saying?
He's been effing up a lot, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he F, you know what I mean? Like
he's been effing up a lot, bro.
Man, it's hard to be a fan of Marks.
Yo, in a span of a season, you went from championship aspirations to fighting to hold on to the 10th seed right now. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that has a lot to do with the moves that your GM made. You feel me? It has a lot to do with that. Yeah, I mean, of course you could blame the players, but the GM put y'all in this position. He did. Like, it's undeniable. But on the other side of things, where things are more sunny and not as gloomy, where the future looks brighter and not as dim. You know what I mean? The trade deadline is approaching. The Knicks is still holding on to a lot of draft capital, and Evan Fournier's expiring contract. Most Knicks fans believe that the Knicks need to make another move. I do as well. I think we need another ball handler coming off the bench. I like Deuce McBride, but I don't think he's the guy that can push the offense the way we need the offense to be pushed. I think he's too hesitant when it's trying to break down the defense, to get into the lane, to make the pass to the wings. He's too hesitant in that. We need somebody with the second unit that can do that type thing. There's a lot of rumors floating around. I'm not a big rumors guy because a lot of the times, especially with this organization, they've been wrong. Nobody knew that we was going to trade for OG Anunoby, but everybody got sources on the next move that we're going to make. It doesn't make sense. But there's rumors about we in trade talks with Detroit and Atlanta. So just going for the sake of discussion, if we talking about Atlanta, the only name I want to hear from Atlanta is DeJounte Murray. It's the only name. It's the only name.
Some bullshit, man.
That's the only name I want to hear coming from Atlanta.
If y'all get DeJounte Murray before the Nets, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I'm gonna just put that out there right now because we need him more than y'all do, man. Like, come on, this is crazy.
So, but I also feel like, draft capital wise, we got a lot more to offer. Y'all might have actual players to offer, but like we draft capital wise, we have more because I don't think
But
it.
think about who does the draft capital matter more than the players because of Trey
So
Young's timeline? Because Trey
so
Young
Trey,
got
what?
a timeline.
How old is Trey Young? He's not even 30 yet.
I don't think he's 30, but
Yeah.
if they were to draft plays, you think they
So
gonna is it in his timeline to win with those players that they would
so
draft
I'm
from the
this is
books?
this is
Because
what I'm.
Brooklyn Nets might have a better
Uh,
trade package.
Trey Young is only 25 years old, bro. Trey Young can sit still for another rebuild. They're gonna give him. He's gonna get all the chicken he wants to stay there. He's 25. So another 4 years, he'll be 29, still in the prime of his career. Technically, he's not even in his prime yet. You know what I mean? Like, still in the prime of his career with a whole fresh batch of players that he could build around. So it depends on what the GM and the owner see. If they feel like they need to put together a win now situation, then they probably going to go with whatever the Nets could offer versus what the Knicks could offer. Because you're going to get Evan Fournier's expiring contract and draft capital, right? Uh, and maybe they'll throw in another player, maybe, right? But
How old is Fournier? How old is he?
Fournier, he 30 something. But the well, the thing with Fournier is the fact that his money comes off the books at the end of the season.
Okay.
So you free up 19 mil. You know what I
Okay.
mean? At the end of the season. So that's what the intrigue might be with Evan Fournier versus, a player who has 2-3 years left on their contract. Uh
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying about Royce O'Neal. His contract not crazy. He got like a 2-year contract, so I think they might have more year. But he played with Coach Snyder in
yeah,
Utah, so he could
yeah.
get back
We
to
got
that.
rapport. Yeah,
Yeah.
so if we talk that's if we talking about Atlanta, that's the only name I want to hear coming from Atlanta. I the Bogey, he's tough, but I feel like we need Murray more than we need Bogey, because that was another name that people was floating around. And in Detroit, I don't even know who I want from Detroit, like, because I know they're not trading Duran. They're not doing that. That kid gonna be a problem. I know they're not trading Cade Cunningham. No, they're not doing that. So like, outside of that, I don't really want nobody over there, bro. Tibbs might want Alec Burke back. I can see that being a Tibbs thing. Like, yo, go get me back Alec Burke, because he loved Alec Burke. But I don't want Alec Burke neither.
Nice, but he was not consistent.
Now,
Yeah, I
see,
needed
they
him to
had him.
start in big games. He wasn't there. So
They Jalen Ivory, maybe. I'm not mad at that all the way.
why he giving you
Yeah,
why we
I'm not.
need Jaden Ivey?
I'm not mad at that all the way. I'm not mad at that all the way. But yeah, I know Detroit. They need to do whatever. They need to whatever. They need just to make a trade for the sake of making a trade, because that locker room is disgusting now. It has to be. Losing all those games, that locker room is horrible, horrible. Everybody depressed in there. So something has to happen.
I'm
You
just
feel
doing
me?
my job. I'm just coming to work, doing my job.
Yeah,
Do your job. I'm doing my job. You doing yours?
yeah. So,
I
uh,
can't laugh. I can't laugh, man, because the last time we had a back-to-back win was only versus Detroit, and those
yeah,
are nail biters. Like, I never could kick back and watch a Nets game, just chill, laugh, come back. We, still winning. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I'm always on the edge of my seat, man. Like,
yeah.
and
But
that's what we winning.
real quick to land the plane. I wouldn't be mad at Jaden Ivory. I could see Burks coming back to the Knicks if we make a deal with the Pistons. But I'm saying all this to say I like kind of where we at right now. We don't need the big splashy trade that everybody keeps on saying that the Knicks need. That's cap. We don't. I like the way we construct it. I just think we need one more piece to help the bench. You feel me? That's it. Like if we get somebody that can handle the basketball, could play solid defense, and be able to facilitate and get a bucket here and there, we'll be fine. Uh, we'll be more than fine. Because what I've seen over the last, sample size of games, even in the game that we lost, I'm like, oh, we tough for real. We tough for real. And maybe we might need a temporary situation to back up for a backup five until Mitch get back because they denied us the injured player exception thing for Mitchell Robinson because they said he might make it back before the playoffs. That's what the NBA is saying. The league saying there's a chance he might make it back before the playoffs. So we're not gonna give you that injured player exemption. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard
So yeah. So we might need a temporary fix for five. I'm Precious Achua is not a five. He's 6'9", bro. 6'8" to be exact. He's 6'8". He's the same size as Julius Randle. He's not a five, bro. You know what I mean?
what happened to Sims? Sims not.
For whatever reason, Coach Tommy T is not giving Sims the PT. He's giving it the Precious Achua. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think Sims is definitely the the uh the correct choice. But I also say this is the line that I use on Nixon Ish all the time. I'm not gonna be the fool to argue with results. We won 5 games in a row since the trade with Precious Achua being in the lineup. 5 games in a row. So I obviously Coach Tommy T doing something right. So until it doesn't work anymore, I'm not gonna question the man. You feel me? Until that becomes a glaring issue with our rotation, I'm not going to question. We've been winning and we've been packing teams up. Like a lot of these games, we've been washing them up. These games been over before the third quarter is even over. So I won't argue with results. But to me, if I'm Sims, I would feel slighted. Like, yo, I've been on this team this whole time. I've been working hard. I've been doing everything you guys asked. I get hurt for a little bit and I lose my spot. I lose my spot in the rotation because you went and got this guy that wasn't even really killing like that in Toronto. That's kind of crazy. You feel me? If I was Jericho Sims, I would feel away. But hopefully it's just like Coach Tibbs trying to see what he got with Precious Achua. And then if it doesn't work out, he'll give my guy Sims back his PT because I think Sims deserved it. Sims came a long way in his game when he was playing as a starter. He was doing well. He wasn't doing that amazing, but he was doing well. He was holding serve, if you will, like to use a tennis term. He was holding serve. You feel me? Until we got Hartenstein in the game. He wasn't fucking up bad. So I think that deserves something. You feel me? Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I'm comfortable where we at as a team. I think we can definitely catch somebody sleeping in the first and second round in the playoffs. But I don't think nobody's sleeping on the Knicks no more. I just don't think that's a thing. But you
No.
think that we gonna come in there, we gonna wash them up. Nah, I don't think that's a thing. But we definitely gonna catch some people slipping. I I don't think that the Eastern Conference Finals is a far fetched belief for the Knicks at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, bro, I can't debate none of that. You know what I mean? I would if I could, but I'm just getting over not being stressed about the Nets, man. Truth is, they not hooping, man. And I want to be a competitive team in the city, the same city. That's it. I seen when we both teams went to the playoffs. It was electric. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to see that same thing from this team, but coaching wise, it's not going to happen if he doesn't make adjustments. You got fans talking about Kevin Ollie being the coach. The 2 times we turned around and got wins, it was because Kevin Ollie, he resonated with the locker room. And resonating with the locker room means a lot. It means a lot. It's not a stat. It's not something you see in the box score, but it means a lot. And you can see the effort that the team plays with because there's good relationships in the locker room. And I said all of that about Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges because I don't think they're good. I heard Cam Thomas in the post interview, and he was like, I think the office would be smoother if it was screening roles, picking roles, and he was just explaining different things that we could do with the offense. And I think that was not, how you say. I think that was his basketball IQ. I don't think that he was really trying to sub JV or Mikal Bridges, but definitely, I don't think Cam Thomas has a voice calling plays at practice. Like, I don't think Jack Vaughn is going to him like calling plays, so that's why it came out like the way it did. But Cam Thomas is somebody that knows how to play basketball. He has a high basketball IQ, and the opportunities haven't been consistent. They saying that his defense is so detrimental, but we don't have good defense when he's not on the floor. And to add to the trade conversation, I feel like that you got somebody like Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. The way I might have overreacted and said that they could get traded for Siakam. I might have overreacted. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, sorry about that. But what I will say is, this is the city, man. We still got it, man. It's a picture of the city. We still got it. The city will come to us. You see how that happened just now? That's because the city is going to come to us. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna hold this head, man, for the rest of the show, man, because this is what we holding on to. We got 2 more wins. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna just hold on to it. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're gonna trade Siakam for Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. No. I don't think that it's a bad idea if we can't get DeJounte Murray. Look for Schroeder. I heard Schroeder was upset that RJ quickly came in and took his minutes. I heard Schroeder was upset that he had to go to the bench, and Quickly ain't mad. Quickly hooping. RJ, they slapping high fives like we're brothers. We're single, and we're like they slapping high five. Give me a high five. Schroeder on the bench tight. You ain't got to go through that. You want your revenge, Schroeder? Help the Nets become a better team, and to versus the team opposed. Like, we need somebody like Schroeder on the team, somebody who don't like the Knicks because of the 6 degrees of separation or business, whatever. Like, we need somebody like Schroeder on the team that can run the point and play a good perimeter defense. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we get a trade. Every day I check Twitter to hoping something happens, because the way this roster is, I know that I do also stand on the fact that I think chemistry and cohesiveness that you get having experience with a team with wins and losses makes sense, but not all the time. It won't make sense when you got players who not being transparent and not communicating with players, knowing that this player should take more shots than this player, or this player should take the fourth quarter shot, the clutch shots in the last 5 minutes. But even though you drew that play up for me, give it to him. And I want to say this last thing before we go on. I seen Jack Vaughn do that with KD and Kyrie, where he drew up a play for KD. It was versus Portland, I believe, or the Toronto Raptors. It was the Toronto Raptors, because Kyrie Irving hit the crossover on Van Fleet. I remember that. Versus Toronto Raptors. He drew up the play for Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant said, no, give it to Kyrie. I need Mikal Bridges to do the same thing. I need Mikal Bridges to give the call to Cam Thomas. The same way Kevin Durant gave it to Kyrie, said, nah, you cooking. I'm not cooking. You cooking. You take this last shot. When that can happen, we'll be better.
I want to say a couple more things, and then we'll wrap this up. I gotta get ready. Keep on the talk of trades. I just want to, especially since we was talking about how bad your GM is. You know what I mean? I want to talk about how tough of a move it was to get OG. Like, I don't know if you remember, we're suing the Toronto Raptors. We in middle of litigation against that team.
Wow,
right?
what happened?
It's something about them stealing documents or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. I don't know all the particulars, but yeah, we in litigation with those guys, right? And then OG was represented by Clutch Sports, and what's the dude name that that owns Clutch Sports? I forget. I'm drawing a blank right now. LeBron boy. Uh,
Oh, Paul.
Rich Paul and Leon Rose got beef. Like they got real beef. Like it's something about when Rich Paul was with CCA, he wasn't feeling the love type vibes. Like he was saying that they was doing him dirty over there.
Nothing
Whatever.
to do with the Noel situation. Remember
Yeah, I
Noel?
yeah, I don't know.
That probably
No,
had it.
he was already no Noel was already with Clutch Sports, and Clutch Sports was already a thing. I'm talking about he used to work for Leon Rose. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Rich Paul. Yeah,
wow.
so whatever, they got real life beef. So what makes it tough that you still get the team that you're suing to make a trade with you is crazy. That's high level finessing. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
give you their best defender. This high level defender. I mean finessing. And then to get and then for the guy that you traded to be like, yo, because I want to be a Knick, I'm going to fire Clutch Sports, and then I'm going to sign to the president's son, the president of basketball operation. His son owns CCA now. And now his son is OG's agent. That's
Mm,
high level finessing and
wow.
finagling, bro. That's a master
Man.
class of work. That's a master class of work right there. My front office get a lot of flack for not
Wait.
talking to the media and not jumping out the window for these major trades. But nobody want to talk about that master class of work that we just saw to get a major piece that we needed. And it's obvious. OG
Only a
Ananobi
division too.
OG Ananobi has the highest plus minus of anybody in their first 6 games in NBA history. There's been no person in their well, it started at 4, but there's been no person in their first 4 or 5 games that had over 100 plus or minus ever in NBA history. So that should just go to tell you how much of a fit he was for our organization and what we needed. And it's not like he was been putting up crazy buckets. That's this defense. That's him cutting to the basket. That's him passing the ball. Him hitting corner threes. All those things, and it's a perfect fit. And we finessed and finagled a great trade. Shout out to my front office for being amazing. And shout out the mainstream media. Got to stop hating on my front office because they won't talk to y'all. Y'all got to get over that. They're not talking to the media, and that's perfect. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But last thing, and then you can say whatever you need to say, and then we're gonna close out.
You got predictions.
Yo, oh yeah, we got predictions. So yeah, you give your predictions because
Oh
it
no, no.
coincides.
Say
No,
what you
no,
want to say because
it coincides. It
well,
literally coincides with the predictions.
I don't know the schedule yet. I know we play Miami one game, but that's one.
Yeah.
I know we got more than one game before next week. Oh, okay, I found it. So we got shit. We played the Knicks. Hold on. Today's the 11th. No, that's not until next week. All right.
Yeah.
So we play the 15th, which is Monday, right? Martin Luther
Mm-hmm.
King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Whether you're taking the day off or going to work, whatever the case is, happy Martin Luther King Day. Y'all, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Y'all know what he means to us. And I can't say enough for what he did. And shout to everybody that got love for Martin Luther King Jr. because
Yeah.
do it. So we played then, and then the 17th, which is Wednesday, we played the Portland Trailblazers. Bro, then we played the Lakers on
Yeah.
Friday. So
Friday.
we got 3 games. We might go 0-3. Keep it real, keep it tall with you. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro.
big old donut. But I would like to see us not lose. So I will say that we could beat Portland. That was the closest game. We beat the Heat before. Oh, shit, we might beat them. And this would be the first time we played the Lakers. Uh damn man. You know what? I've been wrong before. I'ma just say we're gonna go 3-0. Hey. We're gonna go 3-0.
Yo, I give you guys the Portland game. I give that. I don't think they beat y'all again. I don't think they beat y'all again. They're not good enough to beat y'all 2 times in a row. Like they're not. You know what I mean? So, but the Heat game, I'm giving y'all L. And the Lakers game, give y'all another L. By the time we come back, you guys will be out of the play-in. Y'all might be out of the play-in tonight because the Hawks play Washington, and they're right behind y'all. They're getting a W. The Hawks getting a W tonight. Washington's ass. So Hawks getting a W tonight. Y'all going into the play out. I was hoping y'all could hold on to the play-in seat until we played y'all so we could put y'all in the play out. But seems like y'all gonna be in the play out tonight. You know what I mean? And that's sad. But on to our predictions about the Knicks. Let me pull up the schedule. Tonight we play the Grizzlies. That's a W. No John Morant. That's a W. Then on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. We play the Magic. We owe them work. We owe them work. We looking better than we did the time that we played them last. So I get that's a W for us. That's a W for us against Orlando. We owe them work. They was talking hella spicy. They was talking hella spicy when we played them in Orlando. So now they got to come to the Garden, a place that we are 4-11. You feel me, on the season, and we're gonna give them crazy work. Wednesday we play the Rockets. That's another W. The Rockets are okay. They're not a shitty team. They play well in spurts, but I don't think they got enough to beat us. Thursday we play the Wizards. The Wizards is ass, so we're gonna beat them. So I got us going 4-0 coming back in the next week. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Got to go 4-0 coming back next week. You know what I mean? I don't see none of these guys beating us. Most of these games are at home. Oh yeah, except for the game today. That's the only away game. The next 3 games before we come back is at home. Yeah, 4-0, Leaf. 4-0. Why are you so shocked by that? We just went 5-0. So we just went 5-0 before we lost to the Dallas Mavericks. Why is this so hard for you to understand that could happen again? Like, we just did that. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, that's where I see us. Tonight we move back up in the standings. You feel me? We 6 seed. We go back to 4th tonight. You know what I mean? Because none of the teams ahead of us play. It's even a blind squirrel. If you're gonna use the quote, it's even a blind squirrel can find a nut. You feel me? But I mean, if you've been watching Knicks basketball, you know it's not fluke or admiration, as my guy Walt Clyde would say. We are just a better team now with OG on the team. The team is just flowing better since RJ and Quickly's been traded. It's just a better flow to the team, it's a better flow to the offense, better flow to the defense. This is not a fluke or an admiration, bro. You know what I mean? But, we'll see. Only time will tell. Me and Big Fan Breezy got a bet now that the Knicks won't sweep the Brooklyn
Oh yeah,
Nets.
nah, I'm not jacking that.
I need my
We sweep
chicken.
y'all. Y'all don't sweep us, man. We sweep y'all. Y'all don't sweep
I need my chicken. That's all I want. Chicken. I'm gonna need my chicken. And when we play out on the 23rd, is it the 23rd? Yeah, then we play out on the 23rd. We're gonna wash y'all up again. We're gonna win by a lot. And then you're gonna start looking, you're gonna start sweating, you're gonna start praying for the next game. You feel me?
Good Barry talking about. I know what you're talking about. But Barry, bruh, no. We beat y'all last time. You always talking spicy though. Shout out to Barry.
These are 31 Nets getting that
Yeah,
work.
31st, I think he talking about the 31st.
30. Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah, I played them on the 31st.
The Suns, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. It is what it is. You feel me? This is what it is. How long do I think the experiment is gonna last? What experiment? It's when you try something. We ain't trying something. We traded him because we wanted him. We were chasing Obi for 2 years. We've been chasing OG for 2 years. It's not an experiment. He's here to stay. He's playing great basketball, bro. He's a good basketball player. Like, this is not in admiration with him too. He would lead it last year. He led the league in steals. He's perennially one of the best defenders in the NBA. Like, what experiment, bro? It's just a great fit for him here. There's no experiment, Leaf. Like you experiment if like he's playing to a norm that he's not playing. Like he's never like if he never done this before, then you could be like, yeah, it's an experiment. But he's been this guy. He's an all defensive player last year. He was on an all defensive team last year, bro. Like he's the guy that we needed on this team. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up there because you know I got
Yeah,
to go.
man. Yeah, man. Shout out to yo, no. Don't read Leaf comments no more, man. We are leaving, man. Leaf, you do
Yeah.
this every week. Stop giving him ammunition. Bruh. How you see what OG's doing over there? You see what we doing? Come on, man. That's
Yo,
just
Leaf need to worry about staying out of the play out. You know what I mean? That's what he need to be focused. His energy need to be focused there. Like, how do we stay out of the play out?
don't worry
You feel
about
me?
the tangerines. We gotta focus on what the Nets is doing or not doing. We gotta, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You
I'm
know,
sure.
it's comfortable on this side, man. You know what I mean? It's comfortable on this side. We like the way things is going. But yo, shout out to everybody who pulled up. Appreciate all you guys
To the
as
chat.
always. And we'll see you next week. Wait,
To us. Peace, y'all.
yeah, we'll see you next week. We holla.